So goal setting, like I say, this is super important because if you do not have good goals, if you do not care, you will not prioritise, you will lack accountability and you won't apply yourself, your consistency go down and everything will go wrong. Okay, so goal setting is very important. These are the main things you need to do. We're going to go through them very quickly. I'll apply an example to each one as well, and just so you can kind of see what kind of stuff you should be doing. So it needs to be specific. Tone up a bit, lose a bit of weight, feel a bit better is crap. Okay? Everyone that comes in has like what I like to call a shit my pants moment or fuck me moment. I'm starting off early with the swearing this one. But basically, it will not become a priority and you will not want to set goals and make a change until you have that moment. Now, sometimes it can be, oh my God, I've turned 40. Oh my God, I'm 45. Oh my God, I'm a 14. Oh my God, I'm a 16. It's different for every single person. And it doesn't matter whether other people think you need to lose weight or not. It's about you. It's about how you feel, how comfortable you are, whether or not you need to feel you make a change. Even if other people say it's fine, and your friends and family generally are, they're not going to say, you're right, Sarah, you fucking mess. They will support you, generally. So, it's about how you feel, okay? And everyone has that moment. It comes at different points. You could be getting, feeling like you can't keep up with your kids. Could be a health problem. Could be a multitude of stuff. But until you have that kind of moment, it's very difficult to prioritise and motivate yourself. And it's different for different people. I've had people come in who never get this moment. There's one lady I remember who came in very overweight. And I said, look, whatever your name, I'm not saying her name or anything. This is a problem. You're having these heart problems. You've got this kind of medical stuff. You have this kind of advice. At what point did you not think that this is a bad thing or you need to stop or you need to get some help? And she said that she used to have a Fiesta and one day she just couldn't get in it. It's too big to fit in her car. Rather than that being the fuck me, shit my pants moment, I need to sort my life out, she just bought a bigger car. So everyone has this moment at different points and different times, okay? But again, this is just me helping you set your goals to get you motivated, to give you the accountability, make you prioritise results, consistency, everything we went through before. So specific needs to be lose a dress size, lose a stone, squat 28 kilos, press 15, okay? Just needs to be specific. Because if it's not specific, you haven't really got anything to aim for. You're not accountable if you don't achieve it. And it's difficult to get yourself motivated for something that's quite vague. So it just needs to be specific. Measurable. Again, you can measure your dress size, you can measure your weight, you can measure how good your workouts are, how long it takes you to do stuff. There are also unmeasurable things like, again, playing with your kids, how you feel at an event. These are more the benefits of having good goals, okay? That you will achieve, you'll be happier, you'll have good memories, all that kind of stuff. So, but it needs to be, these are kind of the same, needs to be specific, and you need to be able to measure it so you can tell, this is where I was at the beginning, this is where I am now, I've done really well, that then boosts your motivation, again, more consistency, more results. So, attainable. This is something that I know a lot of people get disheartened with, is you want to see results immediately. Most people do not gain weight immediately, so unfortunately you will not lose weight immediately. So it needs to be realistic, needs to be attainable. Generally, £1 to £2 a week is pretty good. But there are lots of things you've got to take into account. Have you done fitness before? Have you been at your goal weight before? How long ago what it was? Have you had kids? All these kind of things. But you want to set something that is ambitious, so you push yourself, because if it's too easy, again, you won't put the effort in. But if you want to lose a stone in a week, that's clearly very unattainable, and then you'll demotivate yourself, and then you'll binge, and then you'll be even worse, okay? So it needs to be a goal that you can realistically hit. And again, I will set people's workout goals normally, because I've done this so long now. I know what is ambitious and what is realistic, and what people should be shooting for. Relevant, okay? This is more for your workouts, okay? So if you want to tone your bum up, you're not going to get that from doing a crazy amount of running. If you want to turn your arm up, You're not going to get that from doing lots of squats. If you want a flat stomach, you're not going to get that from eating loads of crap. So most people will have a way they've done it before and they will stick to that, okay? Or they have no idea what they're doing and they've tried loads of different stuff, but they haven't stuck to anything for long enough to actually see it work, okay? The definition of insanity is trying to do the same thing and expecting different results. If you've done it before and it didn't work, it probably won't work again. If you want a toned ass and you did this thing last time that got you to lose weight but your ass wasn't toned, the same thing will most likely happen, okay? But it's very easy to get into a rut with your workouts because you're in your comfort zone, you want to stick to stuff you know, you feel a bit silly if you're asking for help, stuff like that. Okay, so it needs to be relevant. And in my opinion, again, we went through in the first video, weight training is the most transferable stuff. If you get stronger rather than fitter, that will make everything better. If you have good squats, good pressing, good pulling, and a relatively good anaerobic capacity, which is like HIIT stuff, high intensity, hardcore, like blowing out your ass kind of workouts, you will get better at everything else. You will tone up, you'll get fitter, you will lose weight, you will lose inches, everything will get better. Your running will get better, everything will improve, okay? But it doesnn't work the other way around. If you just do running, you'll get really good at running, but bugger all good at anything else. Okay, conditioning is the most transferable stuff. But again, we'll go through that in the workout day. So much to look forward to. A deadline, this is your accountability. Okay, it needs to be a good deadline as well. Not just the first of the month because it's been 12 months or 4 weeks or whatever. Needs to be wedding, party, bikini, photo shoot. Something that really motivates you, that makes you feel a little bit queasy in your stomach if you don't achieve it, because that, again, that pushes you. Deadlines motivate more than rewards. If I said I'll give you £1,000 if you achieve this by that weight, this weight by that date, you might do it, you might not. If I said you've got to take all your clothes off by that date, that will motivate you more. Obviously, I'm not going to get you to do that. This is just an example, okay? So that's basically what you want to do. It needs to be a stone or a dress size. You need to know where you are now and measure that so you know how far you are in terms of your goals, and then you can tweak it. If your ass is toned up but your waist hasn't gone down, you know your workouts are going well but your food's not, tweak it, see what happens. Attainable, it needs to be ambitious so it pushes yourself but not crazy unrealistic. Relevant, don't keep doing stuff that hasn't worked in the past or hasn't achieved the goals in the past. And just put yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit, try new stuff, and a deadline, accountability, something that is important that really does matter if you miss it, okay? Now, the other two things that are really important when it comes to goals, emotion, it needs to be important. Again, weddings, big birthdays, they are emotional events. They are important to you, both for now and for the future. They will motivate you more. Everyone goes on holiday. People go on holiday once a year. Again, you might go to the same place. That's a good motivation, but it's not as big. Okay? Some people, again, come in, right, what said Stefan, I woke up this morning, I thought, fuck me, I need to sort my life out. And they just had that, again, that switch in their brain. Some people need a bit more of a push, a bit more of a nudge in the right direction. But whatever it is, needs to be important to you. Could be your family, could be a party, could be your partner. Just needs to be emotional, because these numbers are meaningless if they're not important to you. If I got set a load of targets for running, I don't like running, not a big runner, don't care. So if someone said I need to run 5k in a certain time, probably wouldn't do it, because I do not care. But because I'm quite into rugby, and I know if I get better squats, my rugby will be better, and someone said you need to squat this by this time because we're doing a trial for the rugby team, and if you get in, you get a bonus, you get paid, you get in the paper or something, that will motivate me, because I really want to be in that paper, because I really like rugby and it's important to me, and I can see the link between all the goals and the end result, and that will motivate me. Okay, so it needs to have some kind of an emotional attachment, and that's why we do before and afters as well. Not only is that a really good way of gauging overall how you've done, but it gives you a sense of achievement. And if I say I'm going to take the same picture in every 4 weeks, you want to be able to see a difference. Okay, especially if I tell you I'm going to put it on Facebook or Instagram somewhere. And then once you have all these things, it's a lot easier to work backwards. So let's say you want to lose 2 dress sizes and a stone and tone your whole body up in 12 weeks. So you would start at the end, you think, right, a stone is 14 pounds. So if I'm doing it in 12 weeks, I need to lose just over £1 a week. That's pretty achievable, okay? You can easily do that. Dress size, if you want to drop 2 dress sizes in 12 weeks, means you need to try and drop 1 every 6 weeks. Again, break that down, and then you can see how you're doing with that. Makes it a lot more attainable. Workouts, if you want to tone your legs and your arms and your bum up, let's say you're starting off at 10 kilo weights with your arms and 30 with your legs, okay? And in order for you to tone your legs and your arms and your bum up and burn lots of calories, you need to progress these. In 12 weeks, if you were to add an extra 2 kilos every single week, that would be 24 kilos improvement at the end of it. So by the end of this, if you do 2 kilos a week, 2 times 12 is 24, isn't it? Yes. You would be doing 32 kilos, and by the end of this, you'd be doing, 34, sorry. And then by the end of this, you'll be doing 54, okay? Just by adding an extra 2 kilos a week. Could be 1 kilo. Again, you need to assess where you're at to find out what is realistic, what is attainable. But when you break it down into small things, you think, I only need to lose £1 a week and go up 2 kilos a week on my weights, and I will hit all my goals in 12 weeks, okay? Then again, it's a lot easier to tweak if it's not going right. But again, it needs to have an emotional attachment, because you won't care about all this breakdown if you do not care about this. And if you have this, but you haven't laid it out like this, it's difficult to stay motivated because you can't see what's going well. That is day 1. Again, join the Facebook group and ask any questions, and I will post loads of stuff in there. Tomorrow is food. We'll go through MyFitnessPal, because I think that's the best thing that you need to use to help track your food. Again, gives you accountability, helps you with goals. We'll go through some tips and tricks and some guidelines and stuff. But again, it needs to be consistent, so we'll make it as easy as possible. But join the Facebook group if you haven't already. Any questions, let me know.